happy Splashdown Day. It is the 10th, 10th of April. And good old Orion should be coming back to splashdown in the Pacific, just off the coast of San Diego today. Weather holding and everything works right, and it will. I apologize for being away for so long with all these things going on. You figured I would have been posting a lot more, and I would have been. But my primary application that I use decided to have a fart, and it took me a little while to find out why it kept farting out on me at critical moments, and it turned out it was a patch between it and another streaming service that kept wanting to launch, and every time I tried to do something, it'd crash. Streamlabs is what was killing it. Nothing against Streamlabs, it's just the plugin was not working the way it's supposed to plug in. Anyhow, we are coming back to Earth today, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to post the views. I'd be here all day talking about them, and this video would be, as long as the trip. But definitely go to NASA, check out the images that they have managed to get from this trip. They're heart-stopping. They are absolutely mind-blowing. Like I said, there's so many of them I'd like to post, but I would, again, be here all day talking about, craters and lighting and moras and etc. But and there may be another video another time. But anyhow, a couple of things I do want to cover, and I can't believe I actually have to go here. I have heard a lot from people. Dumb people, I think. Dumb people. No easier way to put that. They're thinking, or should I say they are not thinking. They are not thinking and saying that this is all a hoax. That NASA is putting on another hoax. Artemis. We didn't again go around the moon. There's no way we could have done it. How come we haven't done it in so long? If we were able to do it back in the '60s, which I covered in another video, but that's called the space shuttle. Re-engineering everything to that instead of that, and we kind of forgot some things along the way. Equipment had changed, machines had changed to build stuff for the space shuttle and not rockets, so we weren't doing rocket stuff anymore. We weren't. We weren't. We didn't have to calculate multiple orbits around the Earth, slingshot out around the moon, and slingshot back. It's just a shuttle going up, which still requires some calculation, but still, it was just a shuttle. That's why we didn't go again, and why we haven't been there. But again, there's the the flat Earth people, which I can't believe are still anywhere around, but they are. But again, we have the people saying that oh, it's all green screen, blue screen, whatever you want to call it, screen. And no, it's not. They're actually out there. And yes, indeed, we did go to the moon in the '60s, and we did go around the moon just now. Some of these people, again, they're saying it's all being done in studio. One person's sites or one website, YouTube site, whatever, cites there's a dot on a bag that it appears, it disappears, and it appears again, which is proof that it's AI and or back screen, blue screen. It was probably just a little air valve on the package that catches light, whatever. But anyhow, I'm not. Yep. If that's their whole, this button, this little spot on a package of food or whatever it is, changes color, disappears, and shows back up again. It's video signal coming from. Anyhow, no, people, get a life. Oh yeah, then there's one where like a bag, maybe the same bag or a different bag, goes right past the eye of one of the astronauts. And if you zoom in real close, and you will see the distortion, and you can see the green screen behind, and it's proof that the bag is and the whole thing is fake. Like, well, one again, we're talking about cameras taking pictures or filming, and that's coming from the moon back to Earth, so the video quality kind of drops out. What they have local will be high res. What they're sending back home is low res because they have to send limited amount of data from them to us. And a lot of the data that's coming down to us and taking up the bandwidth is health, vehicle stuff. I mean, a lot of maintenance, a lot of monitoring, a lot of life support, a lot of everything going on. So sending a high-res picture is low quality. When they come back, they will have the high quality. So people get a clue. Also, one I really had a hard time with, even more so, was apparently one of the videos shows like some debris coming off as Artemis 2 took off. Some debris came off the side, and they're saying, "Oh, look, that's the crew secretly being evacuated off of it before it took off, using an emergency basket to zip away." If it's supposed to be secret, and they're zipping away, so no one's supposed to see them, why are they doing it when the rockets are all flaring and they're glowing up and you can see this big thing going down that way? I mean, people need to work on things. People need to get some education going. If they wanted to take the astronauts back out and pretend that they're not in it, or pretend that they're in it but they actually came back, they could have done it without, they could have just stepped into a blind spot, switched into workers' uniforms, and walked on down, taken the elevator down and walked on out. Whatever. Um, oh, and again, we're back to, well, how come we can't see any stars when they're taking pictures of the moon? It's called brightness. And if you were to cover the moon and change the brightness, you'd be able to see stars. But because the moon is glowing so bright, it washes out any light from behind it. So you don't get to see stars behind it. It's same thing, same argument they've been having back with the moon landing. Look, there's no stars. Again, it's a very, very bright surface. And in order to get focused in on that and bring everything contrast down, you're going to lose all the light back here. Those aren't going to be strong enough against the light reflecting from our sun on the moon. Those don't have a chance. They get washed out. Again, people, a little bit of an education goes a long way. Then there's, the mysterious flashes on the far side of the moon, not the dark side. There is no dark side. Sorry, it's all a good side on the moon. It's the opposite side to us, the far side, which when they passed by, it was in darkness. Which, just like we have, there were flashes being seen, and they're like, "Oh, what could have caused the flashes? Was it, alien spaceships landing, alien spaceships taking off? What? There are meteorites hitting the moon, micrometeorites hitting the moon. It gets more than we do because it actually works as a shield for us. So a lot of something coming in is going to get the gravity pull of the moon, depending on the angle, etc. And it's going to go, swing in and hit the moon rather than come in and hit us. But again, they're small and they come flying in and hit the backside of the surface or of the moon, or they hit the front side of the moon. They'll hit wherever they hit. And in case you wonder, well, that's kind of strange. Look at the look at the ground on the moon. It's not smooth. It's covered in little pivots, little holes, little crater holes, Jesus Christ, people. But anyhow, yes, they are not anything super secret. It's not proof of life on the far side. It's just proof that meteorites are out there and they're flying in. Just like we've been getting down here on Earth, lots of fireballs going off. Stuff so bright we can see during the day, stuff we can see glowing for hours, well, not hours, glowing for a long time across the sky. Big, huge fireballs, big, huge, because we're going through a path of something. So is the moon. It comes with us. So if we're getting it on Earth, they're getting it on the moon. I'm just, thankful some of these little micrometeorites didn't, hit the Orion capsule. That would have been something. Maybe it didn't. And they're going, what the hell is that? What the hell? I thought you fixed the toilet. Anyways, it's welcome home day. Our heroes are coming back. They're supposed to splash down. I'm going to give it in Pacific time because I live on the West Coast, and I'm making up for the East Coast bias when everything they ever say about times, time the football game is, time this, time that, it's all Eastern time, and we have to do the calculations. Screw them. I'm using West Coast calculations so anyone back east can do the calculations themselves if they can. It's coming down at 5:07 approximately p.m. Pacific time. So, I shall come on and just do some live coverage if anyone's interested. I shall go live. And also if I don't have plugins messing with me. But anyways, I'll see you in a little while or see you in a couple of hours. And if you get a chance, and you do, or even if you make a special effort, to go look through NASA, JPL, whoever's got them. Go look at the high res, the clean images that they have sent to us from the moon, and just see how absolutely crystal clear these images are, and how some beautiful artistic shots. Many wonderful artistic shots. So check them out. I'll be back later. Servus.